Well, joining us now on the Congress's big Bharat Jodo Yatra is senior Congress leader Jairam Ramesh. Thanks very much, Jairam Ramesh, for being with us. This yatra comes at a difficult time for your party, at a time when you've seen so many leaders leave as well. Do you think that this yatra will help galvanize your cadre and boost their morale?
Yes, clearly it's a decisive moment for the Congress party. It's not just a transformational moment for Indian politics, but it's a decisive moment for the Congress party. The party organization across the country in all states has been enthused, has been energized. The block level, the district level, the state level, they're actively immersed in preparing for the Bharat Jodo Yatra. It's a complex, mammoth logistics exercise, mass mobilization exercise, walking 3,570 kilometers over a 5.5-month period is a gargantuan task, and 119 congressmen and congresswomen, of which Mr. Rahul Gandhi is one, are going to complete the yatra. Incidentally, 30% of the Bharat Yatris are women, and the average age is 38. So you're seeing a new Congress, you're seeing a more varied Congress. These are women and other men also, drawn from different states. So it is a part of the process of reviving, refreshing, renewing, rejuvenating the Congress party, certainly.
Right, but again, Jairam Ramesh, the party is going through a difficult time. You've had a series of leaders who have left this year, including Ghulam Nabi Azad, who spent decades in the party. Now, we've seen bitter exchanges after he left, but apart from that, how much has this actually hurt the Congress? Would you acknowledge that this is a challenge that you all are facing at this time?
Zero. The people who have left the party after enjoying the perks of being in the party for almost 45 years, and who have got identity entirely because of the party, and who have got from the party positions which far exceeded their capabilities, have left the party. So be it. But there are for every one person who leaves the party, there are 20 people waiting to take that position. So people who are leaving, they'll go. People who want to criticize will criticize. We are an open democratic party. We don't suppress any view. People express their views freely. We don't set the ED or CBI or IT department when we were in power against our opponents. We certainly don't victimize people who speak out very openly. So people will leave. But right now, the entire focus of the party is mass mobilization, is in making the Bharat Jodo Yatra a resounding success, which I believe it will be.
You also have, though, elections coming up for the Congress president's post. Are you clearer on who all are actually going to contest these elections? Are you still trying to convince Rahul Gandhi?
I have no idea, but I have said so. I was sitting in Thiruvananthapuram next to one person who had announced his desire to contest, and I said, we welcome everybody. I, for one, personally, and I'm sure institutionally, everybody welcomes more than one candidate. Let there be an election. The election will be on the 17th of October in case there is need for an election. We are the only political party in India that has elections for the Congress president. Is the BJP president elected? He is selected in Nagpur. Do you think that there is election in the CPM? Do you think there are elections to the leadership positions in regional parties? Certainly not. We are the only party which has provisions for an election. We've had elections in 1938, we had elections in 1950, we had election in 1997, and we've had election in the year 2000. And if there has to be elections in 2022, so be it. Nobody is shying away from an election, let me tell you.
But are you still trying to convince Rahul Gandhi to contest, is my question, because he clearly isn't keen.
I am trying to convince myself, do everything to make the Bharat Jodo Yatra a success. Every congressman, every congresswoman is involved in this exercise. It's a mammoth exercise, it's a gigantic exercise. And we begin at 5 p.m. today. And that's all we are interested in. If there are elections to be held, so be it.
All right. One final question. How do you see these attempts to bring opposition parties together, whether it's Nitish Kumar or KCR? Nitish Kumar certainly has reached out to the Congress and KCR is cold to the Congress. But how do you look at these efforts to bring everyone together?
Well, let me tell you, Nidhi, opposition unity demands a strong Congress. And a strong Congress is not going to be strong if opposition parties continues to poach on the Congress. A coalition of opposition parties doesn't mean that non-Congress parties weaken the Congress to strengthen themselves and expect the Congress to play ball. I mean, this is not on. It's a two-way street. Our primary focus, let me say, our primary focus is to strengthen the Congress party. Opposition unity will be a derivative of a strong Congress party. If opposition unity means a weak Congress, I don't want that opposition unity. I want an opposition, and all of us in the Congress want opposition unity on the basis of a strong and viable Congress, and that's what we are working towards, and that's what the Bharat Jodo Yatra will accomplish.
All right, Jairam Ramesh, thanks very much for joining us on that big political story today. Thanks a lot.